Today I want to show you a fantastic drink you can do from home, a sparkling drink based on fermentation, using your honey from your beehive, but also using berries like blueberries or grapes. You could also make that by using ginger or turmeric. You could also use pineapple. You could also make another drink called tepache, but I will make a video about that. You could use sumac. You could use pine needle. All kinds of techniques. So it's very refreshing during summer, very sparkling, using fermentation. The yeast will eat the honey and generate carbon dioxide. So like any fermentation, you need to make your mother, like sourdough, your culture. So you will need, imagine that's empty. You need to fill 10% of the volume with sugar, with honey, if you have. Then 50% of that jar with the berries you want to use, and the rest is water. And you wait something like a week, 10 days, not in full sun, in the shade, and the yeast will eat the sugar and generate carbon dioxide, and that's ready to make your drinks. I use 7 of those that I put in my fridge, and when I want to use them, I take them. So today I'm gonna make one. So I have a system, I have 7 of those, and I can keep track of what I did. So the last one I used, I put a rubber band on it. So the last one I used, but pretty much the number 7 was the pine needle. So I know the new one's gonna be ginger, because it takes 15 days for the sugar to eat for the yeast to eat the sugar. So today, after you make your mothers, I'm gonna show you to make that drink. So while you need to do that, you need to strain the mother, so it's fizzy. So what I do like that. I use a small bottle of those tiny kombucha water. The beauty of that system, because the bottleneck is very small, the berries or the slices of ginger won't fall into the bowl. I don't have to clean every single time. So what I do is I put some of it inside the bottle. So like that, just to cover the berries, and that's it. So what you want to feed back the yeast. So I give them honey, just a tiny bit, like that. That's it. And I complete the rest with water. With water, not with that, with water. And that will take 15 days for the yeast to eat that, and in the meantime I can use another one. So that goes back in the fridge, so I know next time when I go in my fridge and see that one is in process, so we'll take the next one. So now to make the drink, I take an empty jar, like that one. I put that inside. You could put anything with it. What I love to use every single time, I'm a huge fan, is hyssop. I love hyssop, it's very strong. So what I do, I put a branch in it. You need sugar always to activate the yeast. So the same amount pretty much, something like that. And you complete the rest with water. But the key ingredient here is lemon, otherwise the fermentation will keep going and then it might become sour. So if you use a half lemon, it will slow down the fermentation, so the acidity will correct the pH going too high. So I'm lazy, so I slice a bunch of lemons and I put them in the freezer. So you put the equivalent of pretty much half of a lemon in it. And you complete with water. You could also use peach. Let's say in summer you have a peach, it's getting a bit too ripe, getting bad. You could put peach in it, it's pretty much good to go. You complete the rest with water, and that's it. You're good to go. I close the top with a lid that people use for fermentation. So you put water on top of it too. So what it means is the fermentation, the gases will be able to leave the jar, not to go inside. I leave that one night. The day after, I remove the hyssop, I remove the lemon, I squeeze the lemon juice, put it back inside. I leave it outside for a few days, and you will see in 4-5 days it's become very fizzy and it's good to go. And by having 7 of those at the same time, I always have one on the process. It's a fantastic thing to have a fizzy drink, very refreshing, from your garden. Et voilà!